When we think of wildlife photography, we usually imagine remote forests, open plains, or exotic destinations. But what if I told you that you can find incredible wildlife right in your own city? In today's video, I will reveal the secrets to capture amazing wildlife photos in unusual locations, like cities, parks, and other urban areas. Let's dive in. You'd be surprised by the diversity of wildlife that exists even in the busiest cities. While pigeons and squirrels are often the most obvious, cities are also home of the variety of birds, mammals, and even insects that have adapted to urban environments. For example, in many cities, you can spot falcons nesting on skyscrapers or foxes foraging in alleyways. Urban wildlife might not be as exotic as what you will find on safaris, but it's fascinating in its own way. These animals have learned to thrive in environments built for humans, creating unique photographic opportunities. One of the key challenges in urban wildlife photography is finding the animals. But with a bit of observation, you will realize that cities are full of life. Here are some unconventional places to look for wildlife in urban areas. Parks are often oases of nature within cities. Birds, squirrels, and sometimes even deer can be found in large and urban parks. Pay attention to areas with water. Lakes, ponds, and rivers are magnets for wildlife like ducks, herons, and other waterfowl. Seasonal changes often bring migratory birds to these spots. Pro tip, ducks love bread, but please don't start a bread buffet, it's not good for them. High-rise buildings can be home to unexpected wildlife. For example, peregrine falcons are known to nest on skyscrapers. Look up during sunrise or sunset to spot birds of prey or other species taking advantage of these elevated perches. Bring binoculars or a lightweight telephoto lens to get closer views. And if you see your neighbor up there, don't worry. They're probably bird watching, not spying on you. Urban decay can create microhabitats where wildlife thrives. Foxes, raccoons, and even owls have been spotted in derelict buildings or overgrown lots. These spaces offer shelter and food, making them perfect spots for wildlife. Always ensure you are safe when you explore in these areas. Remember, it's wildlife photography, not an audition for an horror movie. Many cities are built near water, and these waterways are often teeming wildlife. Fish, amphibians, and even larger animals like otters or beavers can be found in urban rivers and lakes. Don't forget to look along canals and ponds too. Early mornings are the best times to catch wildlife activity. Don't underestimate the wildlife you can find close to home. Gardens, backyards, and even your local street can attract birds, insects, and small mammals. Set up feeders or water bowls to bring the wildlife to you. Just remember to follow ethical guidelines. Photographing wildlife in cities can be different from shooting in natural settings. Here are some techniques that will help you to get the best results. When photographing wildlife in cities, you have the chance to create unique contrast. Try capturing shoots that juxtapose animals with their urban surroundings, like a bird perched on a streetlight or a fox walking down a city street. Reflective surfaces such as puddles or windows can add creative layers to your photos. Cities provide interesting light dynamics with reflections of buildings and the play of light or shadows in alleyways. Early morning and late afternoon often provide the best light, and you can use the harsh contrast to highlight the wildlife against urban backdrops. Night photography can also yield stunning results, especially with nocturnal animals. Just like in traditional wildlife photography, patience is key. Animals in cities are often more wary of humans, so it can take time to get close enough for a good shot. Try to blend in with your surroundings, stay quiet, move slowly, and observe from a distance. Use apps or local guides to predict when and where wildlife might appear. Don't just focus on animals. Try to capture their behavior and interaction with the environment. A bird bathing in a puddle or raccoons caving in a bin can tell a compelling story about how these creatures survive in the city. Because nothing says survival like digging through last night pizza boxes. Shoot from unusual angles to add variety to your photos. Low angle shots can make small animals appear larger and more dramatic, while overhead views can highlight patterns or paths animals create in urban spaces. As wildlife photographers, it's important to respect the animals and their environment, even in the city. Here are a few ethical and safety considerations to keep in mind. Never get too close or disturb animals while they are feeding, resting, or raising their youngs. Even in a city, wildlife needs space to thrive. It might be tempting to feed urban wildlife to attract them for a photo, but this can be harmful to the animals and create dependency on human food sources. Treat urban environments the same way you would a nature reserve. Leave the area as you found it and don't disturb the wildlife or the habitat. Be mindful of your surroundings, especially in areas with traffic or potential hazards like abandoned buildings. Always have a buddy or let someone know where you're going. And if a pigeon looks at you funny, just remember, they are the real bosses in the city. Wildlife photography doesn't always require a trip to a remote wilderness. Cities and other unconventional locations offer amazing opportunities to capture wildlife in a unique context. It's about seeing the world around us in a new way, appreciating the wildlife that lives alongside us every day. I hope this video inspires you to explore wildlife photography in your own city or in an unusual location near you. Don't forget to like, to subscribe, and let me know in the comments where have you found an unexpected wildlife. Thanks for watching and happy shooting. Bye bye.
I'm aware of the bonds that were created today. When you told me that sure there's a way, the water's so still and my pain has gone away. The air is much cleaner after it rains. Follow my love, the sentence in spring air. Follow the moon into the sun. There's a call for new beginnings here, but the sorrow of yester disappeared.